Remember in the movie Elf where Buddy sees a sign in a store, it says world's best cup of coffee, and he walks in and he says, "You did it, congratulations, world's best cup of coffee." Have you ever had an experience like that?
I had that once in Bolivia. I went on a mission trip when I was in college, and we were there to help build a school building. And one morning, the missionaries set before us coffee that they had made, and it was amazing. And I was like, this is like coffee like I've never had before. And I was just completely astounded. And so once I left there, I figured, well, I'm going to have to search for really good coffee when I get back to the States. And once I got back, I could never duplicate the coffee that I had in Bolivia, and I couldn't figure out why. And I looked for Bolivian origin, and I looked for whatever. It was just never the same. And then one Christmas, I got a little micro roaster, and I got to roast my own coffee beans. And it was a little bit of an experiment just to see what it would be like. And as soon as I drank that coffee, I knew I had finally found that world's best cup of coffee that I'd been searching for all these years. And it had to do not so much with the beans, because there's amazing beans, great tasting beans, great variety of beans all over the world, but it had to do with the roast and the freshness. And that was a game changer for me. From that time on, I've been roasting my own bean. Now my search is not for a great cup of coffee, but it's for all the nuances and all the different flavors that you can get. A light roast versus a dark roast. There's such a variety, and it's absolutely endless. But by roasting my own coffee beans, I've been able to find that perfect cup of coffee every single time because it's completely fresh.
All right, all we gotta do is close these beans up. And now we start the stopwatch, because it's all about time.
No more am I going to the store and buying bagged coffee, because think about it, that coffee's come from the roaster to being bagged up and then sent across the country and then stocked in your store, and by the time it gets to you, it's already aging. As soon as coffee is roasted, it begins the aging process.
Okay, we just heard first crack, so another minute and a half or so, and we should be done with a nice medium roast.
By the time you get that first cup of coffee from that bag, it's already well into its aging process, and typically those coffees just can't compare to freshly roasted coffee.
So that's the raw green bean. And then this starts the roasting process, and as time goes on, they get darker and darker, and wherever you stop it determines your roast. And until you get right here, and this, you can see the gloss on this bean. That would be an espresso roast bean right there. Okay, here you go. And you can see right there's little pieces of chaff. The husk of the bean that pops off at first crack. And we'll blow that off after the bean cools. There you go, a nice medium dark roast, and we'll just let it finish cooling. It's really that easy. I can do this in less time than I can go to the store and buy a bag. It's a pretty quick process. It's really a lot of fun.
And so for me, it's been a game changer. I've been about roasting my own coffee for more than a year now. I love it. There's so much variety. And
you can get the best tasting coffee anywhere.
And so this is the payoff. When you roast it yourself, the best cup of coffee in the world.